I'm here live today with one of our keynote speakers for the 2020 IAHE Home Educators Convention, Connie Albers. Welcome, Connie.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Tara. So glad to be with you.
Oh, I'm so glad that you are here with me today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in a couple of weeks. And you are in sunny Florida. Do you have sunshine down there?
I'm in sunny Florida, and I am very close to the mouse house.
You are. Well, we are going to spend maybe 15, 20 minutes a day. We want to talk to people. I kind of titled this, How Do We Keep Our Families Safe in Difficult Times? We're going to talk about just a couple different things with that. But I'm excited about having you at our event. You are doing one of our keynote sessions based on your brand new book. Tell everybody about your book.
I'm really excited. It's called Parenting Beyond the Rules, and it's raising teens with confidence and joy. Because, you know, we have the awesome opportunity to help form, shape, and mold our child, but sometimes we get stuck when the rules, the limits, and the boundaries that we created aren't working. And so that's what led me to write this book.
I'm looking forward to hearing from you at your keynote session. That's really exciting. But we want to start with tackling, I think, one of the most frequently asked questions, at least what we're getting today here with the IHE, today, yesterday. It's not really about parenting, but that question is, can you guess what it is? Do you know what it is, Connie?
I think I know. It might be this thing called coronavirus, and what's going on and what are y'all doing at the conference? Maybe.
Absolutely. So the most frequently asked question that we're getting is, are you having this convention? And the answer is yes. Yes, we are. So that's good news. We are moving forward. We are staying on course unless the governor says we can't do it. Then he's in charge.
Yeah.
So,
but now, Tara, we were talking earlier because you were saying the government, unless he like pulls rank. But some of the things you were telling me that you're doing as the executive director of the conference, some precautionary measures that you were making, and I think they're fantastic. And you're certainly, all the attendees need to know what you're doing.
Well, we absolutely have been spending a lot of time talking about this, praying about this, and what can we do? And we do know that Indiana is considered a low-risk state right now. It's not a hot zone. There are a handful of cases, and there certainly are high-risk groups for getting this. But overall, we're moving forward. But here are some of the things that we are going to do. We want to let everybody know. If you're sick, stay home. That's the easy answer, right?
So Tara, can I interrupt you real quick?
Yes.
So if that does happen, then you all do sell the recordings, right?
Absolutely. They can purchase all the recordings. We're going to work on a few things. We're still working behind the scenes to make sure that we can add value to families who decide not to come. But of course, we want you to stay home if you're sick. We absolutely do. However, why should you also come? Because speakers and vendors are investing time and energy and money to travel and share with you and be with all of you. And so we do want you there if you can be there. So be safe, come if you can. We really do want to have you there. So some of the other things that we're doing is we will have hand sanitizing stations. Every single one that the venue has on hand, it will be out. It's going to be everywhere. We're going to have signage and reminders about washing your hands. Our on-site registration process, we're working to streamline that so that actually you can do your at-the-door registration on your phone. Some different things that you're not standing in line up front, having to hand over paper and things like that. So
that's great.
So one of the hard things, this is the one thing we got to talk about, right? Because when I go to see you, Connie, one of the first things that I'm going to want to do is give you a hug and say, welcome to Indiana.
I know. And you know, I'm so with you. I like to do that too. But Terry, you know, I travel a lot. And 2 weeks ago, I was in Houston. This weekend, I was at a very big conference in Orlando, you know, the vacation capital of the world. And there were two conferences, and I loved something that they did. We basically say when you'd walk up to somebody, is it a fist pump? Is it an elbow tap? Do we tap heels? Do we do the hokey pokey and turn ourselves around? And nobody took an offense. Everybody knows that, yes, I mean, we had a tight community, and it is just normal for us to want to give each other a hug and say, or a handshake and say, I'm so glad to see you. It's our way of connecting. But it's okay right now to have that safe distance, where you may feel completely fine and not be sick, but to really eliminate any potential concern that the other person might have of, oh, you just flew in from here, or you just shopped at the grocery store, or you just went to wherever it is, or wherever you came from. And I thought that was a very lighthearted way of being able to say, we care about each other. We would love to, just embrace, but it's okay to not do that right now. And for your attendees, I know you're kind of going to be saying the same thing, whatever works for you. And it's okay when you see somebody and say, hey, are we doing an elbow tap or a fist pump? Or are we just going to, hi, how are you doing? It's okay to do that with a smile on your face.
We do talk all the time about the convention being a family reunion, and it is it's the highlight of our year because we get to see so many people face to face, and you do want to give them a hug. And we're not gonna hug. It might be some awkward movements going on, but that's one of the main things we're gonna, we need to keep each other safe because we do care about each other. So, yes. Okay, so one of the other conversations that you and I had, because we talked about how do we talk about this, and we talked about that God tells us not to have a spirit of fear; we're to have a spirit of peace. But I made the comment, it's actually a lot like parenting, and one of the talks that you're giving for us, which I'm really excited about, is social media and your kids, and how it can be fear. We can go into it and be fearful, but we can't avoid the world. Our kids are driven to be on social media, but we have to be wise. We have to be wise in all things, from fighting the virus to social media and parenting. So can you share a little bit about your workshop, about training parents to be wise and use discernment when it comes to the internet and parenting this next generation?
I would love to. This is actually the coronavirus. I know there is fear and hysteria around there, but when you talk about not having the spirit of fear, what better opportunity for you to talk and instill that into your children by how you're modeling it? Yes, if you need to go get some supplies, I happen to go get some supplies. And the reason is hurricane season's right around the corner. I mean, I know what happens. We're going to
Hi everyone, Connie Albers, and I am really sorry we had some technical issues on our call today. You gotta love technology when it works, and then you just kind of want to pull your hair out when it doesn't. So I'm sorry about that. But here, I want to make this video for you just to say how excited I am to come and join you in just a week and a half. I'm looking forward to talking to you about your technology and your children, and how do you utilize it in your family? How do you keep your kids safe? And it's a perfect time with the coronavirus going on. There's so many elements that we're able as homeschoolers to teach our children. One, we're able to teach them to do due diligence, to not rely on a news channel that might be putting out information that is going to enhance their ratings and maybe not fully vetted. So it's a great opportunity as a parent to help your children learn how to process and filter information. It's also a great opportunity for you to teach your children preparedness, being aware of their surroundings, being the importance of health and hygiene, manners, and considering other people. But it's also an opportunity for you to learn to help them make and create a positive social footprint. They have friends online, and they're able to help shape and form their generation, maybe even using their voice and their platform, even if it's just the few friends they have online. But it helps them learn how to shape, and the power of words, the power of their voice, and shining a light on an issue that, could create fear, which we talked about earlier. And I think you may have heard Tara say, we're not supposed to have a spirit of fear, but of sound mind. We are to be wise. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. Just kind of, what does a wise woman do? How can we use this situation that's currently going on in our country and around the world? What can we do to help our children learn how to become responsible, diligent consumers and users of technology in a way that helps and informs other people, but also glorifies the Lord. So I am so looking forward to being with you. And if you have any questions, you can shoot them my way. But I am going to have my audio book and my physical book, Parenting Beyond the Rules, Raising Teens with Confidence and Joy, because honestly, that's really what we have to start doing in the parenting journey. Is just like today, one day can be going fine, and bam, we get hit with some catastrophic issue or an illness that's really unknown. And with parenting, your children can go to bed happy and wake up not so happy, and you wonder what happened. So whether it's a virus, or it's a fear issue, or it's a safety issue, or it's just parental control issues that might be going on in your family, I look forward to joining you as we unpack some of the truths that God has for you and has for me as we shape, form, and mold the next generation. So I'll see you in a couple weeks. We'll do the elbow tap or the fist pump, or we'll tap heels, or we'll do a little makeshift high five, whatever it has to do. I'm looking forward to being with you. Hope to see you soon.